It's time to rate some custom Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see the creativity of this custom card community today. And presenting all of it, I'm gonna present you with presenting. This is a 4-mana legendary sorcery. Search your library for 4 legendary creatures that don't share a creature type and put them into your hand. Then shuffle. It sounds like a Shakespeare story, I guess. Shakespeare story that maybe I don't know. Your Highness, a party of adventurers has answered your call for help. The King's Steward. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this Shakespeare piece. If that is actually if that's actually the case. Everyone's welcoming me back. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm back. We're back. Yeah, go back on go back on holiday, workaholic. Holiday? No, we're back. We're going back to work. Okay, presenting is a giant tutor. We get 4 creatures that don't have to share the same creature type. That's really easy. Most decks have several different creature types between wizards and fairies, soldiers. That's not hard. They can't share a creature type. So it's got to be like human that's not a human with something else. It's got to be soldier, not soldier with anything else. Got to be knight, not knight with something else. I think that works out quite well. And 4 mana, I have to say, that's 4 mana for 4 cards, but you were doing nothing for the next few turns. But then at the same time, you could go get like a Solitude. You could go get, you can only get your choice of Solitude, no other elementals. Anything else you can play for free? You get a Street Wraith, pay 2 life. I'm just trying to think of like, what is the ultimate 4-card combo that you can put in your hand that would be so dangerous? I mean, if nothing else, there's probably some sort of 2-card combo that you can immediately put in your hand. Okay, do you know what? I mean, this is probably a very dangerous card. It's 4 mana for 4 cards. It's basically 1 card per mana, and it puts it into your hand. It's a clunky demonic tutor that draws you a bazillion cards. It's probably too strong, in my opinion. It might not, like, maybe taking a turn off to play this card is a little too much, but I wouldn't bet on it. Oh, I gotta remind everyone that it does cost $5 per card, and you only get 2 cards per session. Looking at the super chats, we got many of them, but so I'm gonna say this isn't presenting anything to me. Hello there, Argentina. Okay, we've got a bingo card. You guys are responsible for this, not me. It's you. It all falls on you guys. Is it super? I wonder, does this fall under the super specific line? You have to specifically get legendary creatures that don't share a creature type. But I guess it's generic. It's very, very generic. Anyway, make sure you have a picture of this thing so that you can participate. It's all on the people who are watching live. Next up, we've got Journey to Mechatol Rex. This is a 5-mana sorcery. Players play a sub-game of Twilight Imperium. The winner may draw a card. Okay, my first question is, what is Twilight Imperium? Is that even a game? Is it an actual game? Twilight Imperium. This is a very unset type of card. It's a premier 3 to 6 player game. Okay, this actually is a game. This is very silly. So I'll get a picture of it for everybody. Here we go. This is Twilight Imperium. This is an uncard. Do we have uncard on the list? Do we have uncard actually on the bingo? So uncard, we do have uncard. Now, reminder, whenever we get a bingo, I have to make these way bigger. This is too small. Too small. Whenever we get a bingo, that's a freebie to somebody in chat or in my Discord. And the people in my Discord, they love the free. Who doesn't like stuff for free? People love stuff for free. You'd rather play Shahrazad. Probably. It's like Catan. It's like, okay, play a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and the winner may draw a card. Yeah, it's basically worse than Shahrazad. Rick Sizu says, how about a card that makes you play a game of Yu-Gi-Oh? That would be very quick. It would also, I don't know, it'd be the weirdest collaboration. has Wizards actually directly collaborated with another TCG that they compete with? I want to say the answer is no. Like the closest they have is like some arcane cards. And I guess soon enough we'll have like maybe some Star Wars cards, maybe one day. Oh no, we have Spider-Man cards. That's actually the closest collaboration we have with Disney. I believe Disney owns Spider-Man, or something to that effect. Rakta says, to be fair, play a game of F&F and then have a big bad challenge your players to a game of Magic. Get real meta. Oh, D&D. Okay, got it. Final Fantasy has a TCG as well. Oh, is it big though? How popular is it? Duel Masters kinda bit, but they also make it's not like it's not a collaboration with a competitor when you're the competitor. it's a little off. Anyway, this is stupid. I'm not gonna play your sub game cards. The only thing that would make this card legal in my mind is if it actually did have a silver border. We got Corbinek. Thank you very much for the super chat. Unyielding Focus. So if you want to be part of the show, super chat, $5, and $5 per card, and become part of my Discord. Post the card and give me the title of the card. I will look it up. Unyielding Focus. And you can be part of the show. Potentially vintage playable, would be scary in standard. A lot of cards are pretty scary in standard. So Unyielding Focus is a 2-mana sorcery. This card can only be cast if it's the first spell its owner has cast this turn, and if they haven't put a land into play as a front, and they have, huh? Oh, I see. So it needs to be on your turn, on turn 3 probably. And you haven't made your land drop yet. Draw 3 cards at end the turn. You don't have a maximum hand size until the start of your next turn. Exile this card. Cast if it's the first spell its owner has cast. So basically, if I haven't cast a spell, if I have put no lands in play, I get this thing. Do you know what? There's a problem, though? You can play cards after you drew this thing. That makes it supremely broken. It's not really a turn 1 card. Sorry, it's not a turn 2 card. It's not really a turn 3 card. But it is a turn, like, 4 or 5 card. So I'll tell you how this card works. You have, like, 4 mana up. You play this. And you have 2 mana up, you probably draw into some gas. I mean, even if you get draw lands, it's still going to be lands useful on like your turn 6 or 7, and you can still play cards from your hand on your opponent's turn. It's not like it says you can't play stuff until your next turn. It ends the turn. It doesn't end next player's turn, does it? No, it doesn't end the next player's turn, and that's where you get to play those cards. The control decks would just love this thing. It's like, okay, I end my turn. Big deal. I'll just draw 3, pass. And I don't even have to discard. I don't even have to You could at least put that on this thing. Did we really need to like support this card with no maximum hand size? I don't think so. That was completely unnecessary. And Sony also has Spider-Man. It's a weird situation. Oh, really? Well, there's only one solution to that, Gillum. Disney has to buy Sony. And then there will be no doubt who owns Spider-Man. It does cost you a land drop. That I do not think. Like, how about this? What if you had no lands in hand? What if you have no land? You're gonna lose out anyway. So play Unyielding Focus anyhow. Yeah, draw 3, pass is really. I actually think it's busted. That there's no way in hell this is there's no way in hell this is legal. I think it's honestly, I don't even think a lot of people want to be playing card draw cards on turns like 1, 2, definitely not 1 and 2. Like of this caliber, it's going to be on the later turns anyway, and it will be just obscenely powerful, too strong. You know what would make this fair? Maybe drawing 2 cards, but that would also still be pretty strong. Okay, we go back to the freebie section where it's free, and ooh, look at this art, or sorry, this card. It's colorless on the top, gold on the bottom. Raiden. Vengeful Ronin. This is a 4-mana, 4/3 human ninja. Flash and first strike. When Raiden Vengeful Ronin enters the battlefield or attacks, it fights target creature. That's dangerous. And then whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, if it was dealt damage by Raiden this turn, untap Raiden and put a +1/+1 counter on it? If that creature was an artifact, draw a card and repeat this process? What? This seems really, really strong. And it's got flash. It's got flash too. This is nuts. So basically, end of turn, I'm gonna fight this creature that probably is smaller than Raiden. And if it dies, my creature gets bigger. But plus, it's like end of turn, fight your creature. I get bigger. I'm a 5/4. Next turn, attack, fight this another creature that I can beat and kill because it only has 3 power and I'm at 4 toughness. It dies. I upgrade Raiden to a 6/5. This is obscene. I think it's too strong. How does first strike work with fighting? That's a good question. I actually don't know. This can't be. This can't be. I think this is outrageously strong. It is a flash speed. Was it almost like Chalupa Cabra? It doesn't interact, Bacon says. Okay, that's all we need to know. It doesn't work. Not a cyborg. Flavor fail. All right, we got that. It's a human. Apparently a human ninja. Maybe it's not actually a cyborg. It's just a cybernetic armor of some sort. Gillum says, yeah, Marvel was broke. They got no money. So they sold some rights, and Marvel was so unprofitable at the time that Sony said, nah, we don't want the rights to the other heroes. We'll only take Spider-Man. Wow. No faith. They didn't deserve him. Didn't deserve it in the first place. So anyway, this is a Chalupa Cabra. That's right, the Chalupa Cabra. There's like a 4-mana 2/2 ETB destroy a creature. This is basically that, but at flash speed. And it gets bigger. And it can draw cards. No, I think this card is just way too strong. We've got another super chat we got here from Banovsky. Long time since my last card. The Mayhem Demon. So not Mayhem Devil. We have Mayhem Demon now. Mayhem. I don't see it. Do you just post it? Mayhem. I don't know why I couldn't find it. Discord's like that sometimes. Okay, we got Mayhem Demon. It's not even called Mayhem Demon. It's Mave Demonette. All right, Demonette. Very feminine name for a demon. This is a 4-mana 2/3 demon rogue, double strike and haste. It's got Hellbent. Wow, we're bringing Hellbent back. You know what? Do we have like a callback? That's sort of old at this point. How old? I'm pretty sure that is an old-ish mechanic. I guess that's only for the AI bingo card. Solfum is like, now that is my kind of waifu. We got, okay, haste. Haste, double strike, Hellbent. Mave can't be blocked as long as you have no cards in hand. Each card in each graveyard has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. I can't remember what Mayhem did. What is the Mayhem mechanic MTG? How does that work? It's allows you to cast a card from your graveyard for a specific cost if it was discarded this turn. Each card in each graveyard has a Mayhem. Oh, so we are literally creating Mayhem as we speak. Speak of this. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. Is this sorry, what do we call this? We did this already, bingo. Did we? I don't think so. So your opponents can also cast spells. That is correct. But what is this? Underworld Breach for everything? But Mayhem specifies that it had to have been discarded this turn, right? Card from your grave if it was discarded that turn. So that's the catch. So it's not exactly like Underworld Breach, but it's Underworld Breach each side if it was discarded this turn. For Hellbent, we did it already. Oh, you mean I read it already? Solfum says, sounds very similar to that one mechanic that lets you cast cards as you discard them. Forgot what that... Oh, yeah, Madness. It's different, though. It's different. Madness is like a means of... You cast it as you're... Yeah, do you know what? Do you know what? It's like, this is the slow version of Madness. You're completely right. This is the slow version of Madness, which makes it legal. Perfectly legal. So Madness is like split second Maeve Demonette in another way. Okay, we're gonna take a look at more of these amazing custom Magic the Gathering cards. But we gotta thank, whoops, where are we going? We gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Oh, there's also the Fusion Open, March 21st to 22nd. Yes, I can actually attend that. I have other trips going on in April, but March 21st to 22nd, there's going to be Standard, there's going to be Modern, and there's going to be Commander. Check it out. But also, if you're going to go over there, get the deal of the week, 20% off all playmats, and also your singles. I need a bunch of singles now. Oh my god, I really need to ramp up my Modern deck because it's run on empty. And I'm going to get all those cards at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, though, to get 5% off all your purchases, and it supports the channel. Specifically this one. And I very much appreciate it. Okay, we go back to our custom cards. Let's take a look at... Okay, one more freebie from the freebie section. The super free... The Orb! That sounds very, very ominous. This is a 6-mana Hive Mind creature, whatever that is. Star. Whenever an opponent says the Orb, you gain control over them until the end of the game. If you ever control all of your opponents, you win the game. The Orb's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. This is completely nonsensical. It's another unset card. Also, I think it's like way too overpowered. The Orb. Sorry, I didn't say it. The Orb is different from the Orb. That's an internet reference. It's uncard bingo. I can't remember if we did. We did do the uncard. Yeah, uncard. This is our second uncard in one show. This is supposed to be hard to get. This uncard spot. It's getting easier. People are making uncards around here. Was in the bingo new creature type? For which card? I think there was a new custom keyword. New creature type? What was the creature type? What was the new one? Was it in here? Demon, not Demon Rogue. You gotta let me know when it happens. You gotta be quick. You gotta be fast on the draw. Too slow. Too slow. Yeah, it's... Oh, Hive Mind. Hive Mind is the new creature type. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so we've got... Well, at least I think it's a new creature type. I've never heard of a Hive Mind. I've heard of Hive Mind, the card. Yeah, it's from It's Just Bits. Not familiar. Never heard of it. Anyway, I don't like the card, though. I think it's stupid. I think it's probably a giant flavor win. This is a reference to the YouTuber It's Just Bits. So what, you say the Orb, they control you for forever? Don't say the magic word. You'll be enslaved for an eternity, or until the game ends. Okay, we got a big super chat from Bacon Catbug. I have 3 commanders today, but rules are rules. So just the first 2. That's right. It looks like you're gonna donate here. The third one is super simple though. Plus the extra 5 is a dono to Pedgeman. Pedgeman, where are you? Post name is SOC Commanders Part 1. Let's go look at SOC Commanders. I believe this is it. Let's take a look at the first 2. Pedgeman. You already have a dono. The show is pretty early. We got Matha Stalwart Bulwark. I don't know why, but I'm reading this as Martha Stewart. Did anyone else get that like impression? Instead of Matha Stalwart, I'm reading this as Martha Stewart. It's got enough similar letters in the right spot. Especially how it starts and ends the same way as Martha Stewart. Okay, anyway, this is not Martha Stewart. This is Matha for 5 mana. It's a 2/4 human ally. It's got Flash and Undying. That is weird. Isn't Undying like a sort of black-red thing? Shield of Convaleria. Matha can block an additional creature each combat. It's the reverse menace. But here's the funny thing. Wait, are you allowed to like block a creature with menace? I don't think you are. This card can block. This card can block an extra creature, but a menace creature needs to be blocked by 2 creatures. Martha Stewart, a white creature with a jailer effect. That's right. Tap Martha Stewart. Go to prison for insider trade. That's right. Okay. But will this card go to jail? At the beginning of your upkeep, gain X life, where X is the number of creatures with different names you control. Partner with Sword of Convaleria. Anyway, this card is really balanced. This is the most balanced card we've seen today. It does have Undying, but that's not really a deal breaker. It's a reasonable body for a 2/4 flat with Flash. And it's got that surprise effect. Oh, they think they're going to get in at least a little bit of damage with 2 creatures. No, I can block both of them. And of course, it's a life gainer. So what are we partnering here with? This is this it? Partner with Sword. Oh, okay. I guess we're not seeing the Sword today, but we are seeing Faycal. This is the Eagle-Eyed Survivor. For 4 mana, there's a 3/2 human ally with Vigilance and Reach. Arrow of Guardian Convaleria. Tap. Faycal deals 3 damage to target creature you don't control that entered this turn. Exile cards from the top of your library equal to the excess damage dealt this way. You may play those cards until the end of your next turn. Also partners with the Sword of Convaleria. Bacon says, Sword of Convaleria is the new partner rule format. They all partner with each other. So basically, if everyone partners with the Sword of Convaleria, it's all a partner. You have 3 partners. Doesn't this last one have partner with Sword of Convaleria? It does. 3 partners. That sounds a bit broken, in my opinion. Rakta says, seeing both of the things that partner, but not the thing they partner with. Are you serious? Is this like a new rule? Is this like an actual thing? Is this canon now? So if everything just partners with a certain word, you can have all those partners? Still 2 partners max? Well, that's not so clear. Man. They keep telling me like, oh, Magic the Gathering. You can't do that. That would be confusing. That'd be so confusing for Magic the Gathering. That's impossible. And then they pull out stuff like this. As a lone tournament player, I would not intuitively understand how this partner works. The Sword of Convaleria one. There's a new partner. There's a new partner mechanics like Kratos Stoic Father. But what, the card doesn't exist? Nikachu fails at the okay, new keyword bingo. Yeah, sure. I don't fail, you guys fail. In this case, I'm not paying enough attention to you all. Okay, where's our keyword? New custom keyword. Although we went through a few of them. The Arrow of Guardian of Convaleria. This is the type of keyword that's not serious. It's like the type of keyword you find in a 40k deck or those commander decks where there's like 45 new keywords, but for only 1 card for that mechanic. Nothing else new. Judas Stray, welcome to the show. It's a flavor. Yeah, it's a flavor mechanic. I'm like, whatever. But it doesn't feel real. Okay, let's analyze this card a little bit. So this has Vigilance, so it can attack while doing the ability to deal 3 damage to target creature. You don't control that entered this turn. Why would I play anything if they're gonna die to this card? Exile cards on the top of your library equal to the excess damage dealt this way. You may play those cards until the end of your next turn. This is definitely illegal. Not illegal at all. But my only problem with this card is, well, I guess you have to. Like, in my mind, who's going to throw their creature away into this? But on looking at it another way, if I'm up against this card, I probably have to throw something away to it if I want to get anything to stick on future turns. Okay, cool card. Next up, we've got... Oh no, we're still in the freebie section. Hold on. We're still in the... What am I doing? We haven't hit the second... I confused myself. We're still doing freebies right now. Okay. Apotheosis. This is a double Wooburg for a sorcery. You win the game. You just win the game. If you didn't pay double Wooburg to cast the spell, or it wasn't cast from your hand, you lose the game instead. Well, that's a downer. So basically, achieve double Wooburg, and you are allowed the power of victory. Didn't play it with double Wooburg. You deserve certain death. I think you've under-contributed here, Thorn Ramp. How much is there? Oh no, I gotta look this up. 35 DKK. Oh no, yeah, that's enough. Why didn't it turn green? That's easily $5. Okay, I gotta do it. No, you're. I got you, Thorn. Yeah, I got you. No, the problem is the super chats usually need to turn green like this for there to be a comment attached to it. You paid enough in your currency. It's YouTube's problem. Noise says, I don't know if this card is broken, but I don't love win the game text. That's so easy and straightforward. Yeah, they're basically doing away with all the BS. I mean, coalition victory is legal. How hard is it to pull off that? Oh wait, all you need is like a creature of each color. Sliver Queen, play Coalition Victory. I am victorious. This one at least costs more money than Coalition Victory, right? Yeah, you can't cheat it out or reduce its cost. You have to. It's fair. You paid your double Wooburg fair and square. I got to 10 mana. I deserve to win this game. You know what? Okay, do you want to make it a little bit more fair? It could even say it has to be mana that came from basic lands or some crap like that. Look, a rematch target. Yeah, can't be cheated. Have to get the mana. It's an okay mechanic, but it's still a win the game card. It's all fine. You just sleeve up and you shuffle up and play another game. Noise Marrow says, at least Coalition asks for some kind of board state. Not really any gameplay attached to this. Art is beautiful though. I'll tell you the gameplay. You can use ramp spells. You gotta use Farseek. You gotta use Mana Dorks. You might have to use some filtering cards. You want to ramp into treasures. Treasures are good. What else do you need? There's a lot. Well, you can't deflect. You can't deflecting swat this because it doesn't target a player. It doesn't work like that. But anywho, I think there's a lot of play to this card for you to achieve the double Wooburg necessary to take over and win the game. So anyway, I like it. I'm gonna say this is a pretty legal card. Okay, so that we don't lose Torn's card, we'll do Torn's card right now, which is Mr. Dowager, Chief Busar. So Mr. Dowager. There we go. All right, Mr. Ooh. Okay, can we zoom in? Zoom in a little bit. Mr. Dowager, Chief Bursar is a 6-mana dragon villain. Very villainous, you dragon. Sitting with his artifact. Artifacts and students are treasures in addition to their other types. Students? We can just like throw away students for mana. Basically, if this dragon better not go to, was it Strixhaven? Then all the students will get sacrificed for mana. Treasures you control, have tap, sacrifice this. Add 1 mana of any color. I feel like we're stating the obvious here, because that's if they turn into treasures, I would just assume, oh, maybe it's important they're stated like this, or it should be like artifacts and students are treasures with sacrifice this, add 1 mana of any color. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player chooses one. You gain control of a treasure that player controls of their choice. Oh, or you create 2 1/1 white student creature tokens. That's interesting because so at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they can control students and they can steal your artifact. They can steal other people's artifacts. You gain control. Is it the opponent that's choosing, or is the opponent giving? Because I'm a little broken on perspective, but it sounds like at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player chooses one. Or is it you? You as in me, but me means you in this case. Like, is anyone else tripping up on the words? Okay, maybe I'm actually confused. Like, I'm assuming the opponents have to choose a treasure, which is an artifact or their student creature, and they have to give it back to me. The opponent is giving, but they choose what they give. All right, that sounds great. So the only I just hope that's clear to everybody. It was a little unclear because, like, okay, it should be like, this is our card, we control this, therefore we're the ones gaining control. It just feels like the opponent it almost feels like the opponent gets that choice. Opponent chooses their treasure, but you gain control of it. Pretty sure treasures have the sack ability by default, don't they? Yeah, but do you want to sack your soul ring? And like, here's the thing. Let's say you have many artifacts on the battlefield. You got Soul Ring, you got Grim Monolith, you got the One Ring. You could sack them all so that I get nothing. Are you going to do that? The answer is probably not, actually. The answer is probably not. So a neat card. Big Cat Bug says, seems like Pedgeman might not be around. If he's not here by the freebie section, just donate to chat. All right, thanks for letting me know, Bacon Cat Bug. Draconic, very excited over the dragon. Yeah, we do have dragons around here today. It's a dragon day today. But you know what else is happening today? Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. My favorite place to rent. When I was renting Magic cards, I have a God account now because I supremely sponsor Magic Online. But if I wanted access to cheaper cards, because when you rent, you have access to every single deck in Magic the Gathering. Don't own the entire collection digitally. That's insane. Just rent it with Mana Traders. Also, it saves you from the ban list. Are you scared of the ban list? Are people talking about banning your deck in your format? Well, who cares? You don't even own the deck anyway when you're renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_649 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Where am I going? Where am I going? Okay, I'm lost. I need an adult. Okay, let's do one more. No more freebies. This is okay. Freebie section is done. I'm trying to get back into my rhythm here. I'm out of my rhythm. Okay, I did what I did. Okay, I'm gonna do one more $5 one because I accidentally did a yellow super chat. Gillum, you set up camp. You better believe I did. Is this a D&D card? Gillum? It is. I knew it. I don't need the D&D cards. You can tell. It's like you're doing something. That's how I know. You're an adult. Yeah, I am. I need an adult. Wait a minute. I am an adult. I need an older adult. I need a geriatric grandpa. Show me. The Raptors. Well, it's been a while. Finally, I get to catch a Nikachu live stream. Been a while. You don't say. Didn't realize they're in the afternoons now. Don't get used to it. Yeah, I'm actually just to let you know ahead of time. The shows are going to be changing. So for anybody, just quickly letting everybody know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they will be at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Put that in your calendar. I'll make a bigger announcement probably this weekend. But yeah, we're going to eliminate the $3 time. You finally realize we do these in the afternoon. I gotta be like more, I gotta advertise this better. I went to Florida for vacation. It was actually cold every single day. Well, actually, there was one warm day. Okay, let's talk about you set up the camp. That's a white instant. Choose one. Keep watch. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains vigilance until end of turn. That's awkward because you have to play this card before you attack. So when you play this pre-combat, someone could blow it out with a removal spell and you get 2 for 1. We also have Eat a Meal. You may sacrifice a food. If you do, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Oh, so basically we turn our foods into like card draw. That's the only thing. Bryce, no more 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. What am I going to listen to at work then? Well, I mean, we do the show early. Listen to the replay. That'll work. Who watches a Nikachu stream at 3 a.m.? Depending on your time zone, a lot of people, apparently. Some of you have been really bending backwards. The show shrunk quite a bit moving to this time slot. We're going to go back to how it used to be. Although I imagine it's going to be chaos for... It's going to be chaos all over again. But it'll help me quite a bit to go back to the morning and try out some evening streams. Anyway, you set up the camp. This is a perfectly legal card. I don't know if either of these things are really good value. It's like you went through all the effort to make a food, and then you're still getting the 3 life out of it. It's just that so it's like the food, it's the same thing. So like we're still getting the 3 life, but we're cantripping you set up the camp. At the very least, we should be able to choose both of these. Show starting just as work starts is going to be rough. Well, that's how people, well, apparently most people watch the show as they work. Okay, next. The mornings were bumping. I think it is easier for people to watch during the morning. A lot of people, yeah, so some of you are like, I'm watching you at work. Well, most of you are getting reprimanded for watching me at work, so that's a problem. It's more plausible to watch when you're not at work. Okay, next we've got moving on to Rakdos. Let's return from Wrath. You want Volrath. Volrath. Rift Spinner. Is it related to the Glass Spinner? And you also want New Predator. Okay, we'll check out New Predator in a second. Volrath Rift Spinner. It's a bit of a tongue twister. 4 mana, 3/1 Phyrexian Human Horror. Very scary looking, in my opinion. Flash and Haste. You may have Flash and Haste always feels like a non-bow to me, because you can flash at end of turn, and then it basically has haste anyway. Like, it doesn't have Summoning Sickness. But whatever. You may have Volrath Rift Spinner enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature that was suspended or put into a graveyard from anywhere this turn, except it has haste. Good God. So, like, aren't there, like, some outrageously crazy cards that are, like, 1 or 2 mana for this giant creature, but you gotta wait, like, 13 turns for it to come off suspend? At the beginning of your end step, you may exile Volrath Rift Spinner with 3 time counters on it. If you do, it gains suspend. Oh, I see. So it goes back into the time rift. This card, okay, this card has to be fine. I would almost assume that this card is quite weak, because I don't know under any circumstance when I want to lose my creature. Like, is there like a bomb? Oh, I guess what you could do is do some weird combos, like get an Eldrazi on suspend, play this card. I have no idea how you get an Eldrazi on suspend. How do you make that work? What time is 9 a.m. in GMT time? I have no idea. Google, Bacon Kappa. Google is your friend. It would be 6 hours earlier than the regular time for this show. Entomb into this? That would... What would it do, actually? What would that do overall? Because it has to enter as a copy of any creature that was suspended or put into the graveyard from anywhere this turn. Okay, I was too caught up on the suspended card. So you can just, like, copy a random creature in the graveyard. or put into graveyard for me. But it has to be this turn. I see. So, but you could even mill some cards yourself. Whatever. This is a build-around card. It's a bit. We did it. We broke Entomb. I don't think we broke Entomb. We certainly. But you know, Entomb can make this card look good. Entomb makes a lot of cards look good. They look really good. Bell says, I'm from Switzerland, by the way. I got a lot of fans from Switzerland, interestingly enough. Switzerland, Norway. They love me up there in Europe. I think most of you guys are Europeans. Not sure about Steve Cooper. You're European, Steve Cooper? Do they have raccoons in Europe? I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't know where they've put everything. U.S. daylight saving starts this week. Yeah, that's gonna screw things up as well. Okay, Volrath. Good card. Or it's interesting. Next we have the new Predator. It's a ship. New Predator Sky Ship. It is a do we have any notes here? Nope. Okay. It is the Sky Ship of Progress. It is a 7 mana, 5 mana if you count the 4 life you have to pay with Phyrexian. Free Phyrexian vehicle. I can tell you right off the bat, that is a lot of words. This is definitely a Yu-Gi-Oh card in any sense of a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Where is... Do we have a wordy card? There we go. We got rid of the word Yu-Gi-Oh card because people were too confused that it was actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You know what? I didn't know you were French. I knew you were European, but I actually never caught that you're French. Majra, believe it or not. But I live in the West Indies, so it doesn't change much for y'all. Okay. Well, I wouldn't say it's words. So let's read this. It's got trample. It's got haste. See, haste and trample, they work great together. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay an energy. We're going to break energy, fellas. If you do, that creature becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types and gains menace. Whenever new Predator deals combat damage to a player, you get 3 energy. Sacrifice 3 other creatures. You may cast target creature card from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. Activate only as a sorcery. So, works well with tokens, right? We just have to sack 3 other creatures. Combat damage to player, you get 3 energy. What do we do with the energy? You may pay energy. If you do, that creature becomes a Phyrexian. Okay, I understand. But why is it important that it becomes Phyrexian? I'm a little confused on that. What was the point? So, whenever new Predator deals combat damage to a player, we're going to get energy, and we can use that energy for the card to become Phyrexian. Oh, it just gains menace. So 3 energy to turn creatures menace. Sack 3 other creatures. This is the most important one. Sack 3 other creatures. You may cast target creature card from a graveyard without paying its mana cost. Activate only as a sorcery. It also has crew 3. Is it oozing flavor, Olga? New Predator Sky Ship of Progress. I have no idea where this is from. I don't read the books. The original was merely a Predator. This one is a progression. Jin Gitaxias. Probably just the kindred synergies. Madra's like, I ain't reading all that. I left Yu-Gi-Oh for that reason. If people would get a headache reading the novels. Okay, let me pull out my reading glasses to read the whole thing. Definitely a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Now, for the most part, this card doesn't do anything. It turns creatures into menacers if this creature can deal damage. So the real thing is it's a reanimator. That's fine. Sorcery, speed, reanimation, forcing the sacrifice of 3 creatures, and you can interact with all of it. I'm actually 100% behind it. And this is... Is this a creature itself? It's not a vehicle. They actually didn't name it a vehicle. It's really weird. I don't know why it's crew 3 then. Is Yu-Gi-Oh card on the bingo sheet? We now have wordy card on the bingo sheet. So it is a wordy, very wordy-ish card. Okay, Rakdos says Predator was from Wrath Cycle. This is Predator rebuilt. It is a vehicle? How can it be a vehicle? Or did vehicle had a subtype? It says vehicle, read the type. Oh, and I'm an idiot. Oh, it's at the side here. I thought it'd be like legendary artifact vehicle. It's not a super type. It's a subtype. It's not the main type. It's a legendary artifact creature. Otherwise, it has creature type though, so it's always a creature and doesn't need to be crewed. Yeah, well, I mean that's where I'm confused. I'm partially confused. Gilliam says 5 words in title plus 5 words in the card type. No, you don't. You don't get double bingos. You get 1 bingo. We'll go 5 words in. We'll go 5 words. Okay, we'll go the 5 words in card name. Where's the 5 words in card name? There we go. There we go. Practice. Well, I mean, it's still legal. It just feels redundant. That's all. Feels a little bit redundant. Okay, moving on. We got 4 Paths of Life. More from the doctor. What kind of doctor? All right, 4 Paths of Life. What do we got over here? We got Dr. Wooberg's. Oh, yeah. Dr. Wooberg's. I almost missed it that time. The Scout Drone. 4 mana legendary artifacts. 1 mana. Add 1 mana of any color. If you do, you can't add mana of the same color with this ability until the next upkeep. Pay 1 tap, search your library for a basic land card, place it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. That's a pretty strong ability. That is like ramp and card advantage every single turn. Also thins your deck. Tap, add Wooberg. Activate only if you control 5 or more lands, among which you control 5 different basic land types. Oh, okay. So at first I was like, is this some weird filtering thing? No, we're actually ramping with this card, but we can only ramp once we actually have the mana ourselves. We have to prove to ourselves that we can add 5 mana. Then we get an extra 5 mana. This is like, I don't know, this is like basically a mana fixer's dream. I don't know how many people out there need to fix their mana, but I mean, it can be played in any deck. Sorry, you can play in any Wooberg deck, effectively. It's only a matter of time before we get a misinterpretation and a 2+ hour stream. Noise Mero says, since it's a scout drone, would vehicle and crewing be flavorful? I like the Wooberg design regardless. I mean scout. Oh, since this would vehicle and crew. Oh yeah, because it's literally something you can crew. Maybe, but that would put more words on it. Slap it in the Ulalek deck. You can slap it in any deck with Wooberg. I have no comments. This is a cool way to basically fix, add, and ramp mana. Very creative, too. Very, very creative. Okay, next we've got Dr. Wooberg. All right, where do you get your doctorate, Dr. Wooberg? You're not really a doctor, are you? Or a doctor of mana. Okay, Dr. Wooberg's Mobile Gate. It is a artifact gate land? Dr. Wooberg's Mobile Gate. When I read this, I'm like, mobile game? No, it's Mobile Gate. Enters tapped unless you control 5 or more differently named lands. That's fine. Tap shuffle Dr. Wooberg's Mobile Gate into the library. Search your library for a differently named gate or a land with a basic land type. Place it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Tap add colorless if you control 5 or more lands, among which you control 5 different basic land types, or if you control 5 or more differently named gates, add Wooberg instead. So getting to this middle one, this was like a fetch land, right? Tap, we shuffle this into the library. Search your library for a differently named gate or a land with a basic land type. Place it on the battlefield, and then shuffle. So it's like a slow fetch. You can't play it on turn 1. Is too slow. Dr. Wooberg seems to be a doctor of literature, judging by the amount of words on his cards. This sounds pretty broken. I don't know if it's broken. It enters tapped. And on for the first, basically for the first 5 turns. That's like, what's that land in Pioneer that's like that? Fabled Passage. Fabled Passage not broken. In fact, Fabled Passage only sees play in basically Standard and Pioneer, and that's it. Tap to add a colorless if you control 5 or more lands. Among which you control 5 different basic land types, or if you control 5 or more differently named gates, we add the Wooburg instead. You know, I don't think this is that far off from, say, like what Omnath did when you played like fetch. So when you played a fetch land, next turn you play fetch, and play fetch land, fetch, and then fetch your old land, and you'd get a bunch of mana anyway. 100% someone would break this somehow. By all means, go for it, Gillum. By all means. I stand for more gate support. This seems fine. Is this good a gate combo deck? Most gate combo decks suck. What, like Maze's End? Anyone want to make Maze's End playable? I don't think it's possible. I have Fabled Passage in my 5 color deck. Yeah, you could do that. Fetch land's a fetch land. I think this is fine. Maybe I'm off my skis. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't think it's that insane though. Next up, we've got Noise Marrow, Grave Seductress. Grave Seductress. And Valma. And a dono for chat. Oh, you donated 15. I didn't notice. Thank you so much for the dono, Noise Marrow. Okay, Grave Seductress. You know what I was about to say? The art looks like such an actual Magic the Gathering art, and I looked, the artist is a Magic the Gathering artist, Jason Chan. It just had that feel to it, you know? I can tell the difference between something randomly taken from the internet or any of the AI art. Bingo, dono for chat. They haven't been redeemed yet. Don't worry, we'll get there, Bacon Cat Bug. I promise you. When we get to our first actual dono. Actual MTG vibes. Okay, 6 mana for a 3/3 human cleric. First strike. Death Touch. Ooh, extort. And extort that money. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Now, if a creature card with mana value 3 or less was exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of that card. That is brutal. One target card from a graveyard. If a creature card with mana value 3 or less, so we get a copy of a creature. So we got a little bit of reanimation going on here. It's almost like a Titan. It's like a 3/3 Titan. ETB, extort, first strike, death touch. I like it. I like this card. This is a good card. Mista says, need to search 80s sci-fi sword and sorcery novel covers for card art. Yeah, not redeemed yet. Pedgeman isn't right. Where are you, Pedgeman? Pedgeman not realize the show. I still did the show. I didn't miss a custom card show when none were done in advance. Mercenary says, Chan Man has been a better business person since the time he did that piece. Really? Actually, do you know what? I met Jason Chan. I was getting some of my friends' cards signed from him. And all he had to offer, great story about Jason Chan, and a great idea as an artist. He had a big line and asked, why don't you do custom arts? And he's like, that takes too much time. I only have time to sign these damn things and then move on to the next person. He had this system of signing cards, moving it, signing card, moving it, signing card, moving it, signing card, moving it. And then his wife was like taking them from him and collecting money and everything else. He had a really good system. If he had to like do actual custom art for anybody, then the line would get completely clogged up. And honestly, I think he'd make a lot less money too. It was like $1 a signature. It was great. I met Jason Chan before, and he was not a good business person when I met him. I thought it was a great idea the way he did it. He's making like $1 every 5 seconds. I thought that was genius. Next up, we got Velma, Definer of Fate. This is a 2-mana 2/2 human cleric. Auras remain attached to this creature as it moves between the command zone and the battlefield. Okay, did we do this one? I swear we did. Maybe we did this one. I recall some card that kept the auras no matter what zone they went to. Valiant. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability you control for the first time, create a roll token of your choice attached to target creature. I don't remember the roll thing though. What, Velma, Daphne of Fred? What is that supposed to mean? Bingo, we did this one. I want to say maybe, but I can't. Do we have any confirmation? Is Deja Vu on the bingo card? It's possible I took this like at the end of one of the shows. I remember something like this, but for counters. Oh, okay. Maybe it was a similar vibe, similar idea, but not the same thing. Pedgeman has arrived. You already have donos, Pedgeman. You're late for the donos. I'm just kidding. You're not late at all. I think this is first off, I think this is a super cool, this is a very cool mechanic where auras remain attached to this creature as it moves between command zone and the battlefield. It really should be like auras remain attached to this creature no matter what zone it goes to. If it goes to the graveyard, it should still be attached. And if you reanimate the creature in the graveyard, it comes back with all those auras. I think that would be so cool. Worth noting, creatures can't have more than one roll aura at a time. That's actually really good to know. I didn't, did I know that? I don't think I really knew that. Because whenever I see a roll token on a creature, it's always one anyway. It's pretty much a different version of Skull Brewer. This is a cool, this doesn't work. The auras fall off before it goes to the command zone. We gotta read. Look, reading the card explains to the card. Auras remain attached to this creature as it moves between the command zone and the battlefield. The rules said, the card said so. Velma seems rule breaking. Yes. And it's quite lovely. I think it's a cool idea. They would if Wizards made a card like this, they would accommodate the rules to make that they would make it so that this works now. How I put it. It's not the first time Wizards has like changed the rules so that like their new mechanic like works the way that they intend on it working. Just add "it works" to the text and it would just work. Exactly. You got that right, Gillum. You got this. You completely have the spirit. Okay, neat. This is a very cool card. Next up, we've got Trent Sims. Welcome to the show, Trent Sims. In honor of the release of Resident Evil Requiem, oh, you're a big Resident Evil fan, are you? Here are some Resident Evil themed cards. Leon Kennedy and Albert Wesker. Leon Kennedy. Oh, we got both of them here. Cool. Let's take a look at them, Trent. We have Liam Kennedy, Solo Agent. For 5 mana, it's a 4/4 human detective. First strike, lifelink, and haste. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, okay, so you attack you. That attacking player creates a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token that's attacking that opponent. Oh, they benefit from like not attacking you. That is awesome. That's a great idea. And for 2 mana, sack an artifact. Leon Kennedy deals 2 damage to any target. So I guess if any zombies want to come at your face, you can basically sacrifice artifacts to deal with them easily yourself. You created these zombies, you'll deal with these zombies. Rose Kitty Uwu says, creatures can't have more than 1 roll token from each player. If you own a creature and I cast that blue spell, it puts rolls onto all, even if their owner has 1 on it. Oh my god. I don't know how this rule works. Not gonna try. Okay, Bacon Caplex says, should be a common after 1 in R, not a common... not a comma epic fail. Well, where? Oh, you mean down... Oh, I see. Yeah, you mean the colon? Yeah, the colon. Exactly. We've double coloned here. we have to pay the cost so that we're allowed to pay the cost. Can I resolve my 2 mana? All right, now that I've resolved my 2 mana, I'm allowed to sacrifice an artifact. Does that resolve? It almost feels like these are 2 activated abilities. Okay, other than that, yeah, if we ignore that, this card is quite nice. I really like the idea of attacking the opponent. Opponent's board gets stronger the more they attack. Albert Wesker, Death Perfected for 4 mana. It's a human mutant soldier. It's a 3/4 creature. Death touch, ward, sacrifice a creature. It has death touch and ward, sack a creature. When Albert Wesker enters, choose 1. Target creature loses all abilities, becomes a zombie in addition to its other types, and has base power and toughness 2/2. Oh, I see. Is it permanent? Target creature loses all abilities. Yeah, it is permanent. So basically, it's like removal. For how much? So we have a Sword of a Chupacabra for 4 mana. Target creature becomes a zombie in addition to its other types and has base power and toughness 5/5. Ah, I see what you'd want to do with that? You target your own creature, make it big and beefy. In fact, maybe Albert Wesker would want to target himself and become a 5/5, be big and chunky. 3/4 creature not going to stand up to those 4/4 creatures, but a 5/5 can. Poor Albert got squished in the card making process. A little bit squished. It's okay. MTG Game Bob's like, please folks. Like the stream. Help support the stream with viewers like you. Total global saturation. 5-word card type bingo. All right, we got another bingo. That can only mean only one thing. We are one bingo closer to more freebies. 5+ card types. This card's neat. This is also a very creative ability. It's basically one side's removal, the other one can sort of upgrade stuff. You can even upgrade your opponent's stuff, right? Definitely. Fake tan detected. Is it? Or are you talking about me? Hang on, can anyone see a tan? I actually wasn't in the sun all that much. We have multiple donuts for chat bingos. It can only be redeemed when we actually give the bingo. Don't worry, we're going to do it. I promise. I promise. Okay, next up, we've got... Who do we have here? We have Big Mike with the big super chat. Happy Wednesday. Got some oldies revisited today. Vulgar Display. And Spirit Guide Temple. Plus $10 to donos whoever needs it. Big Mike always looking out for the... Big Mike looking out for the little Mikes out there. Okay, Vulgar Display is a 2-mana instant. For each black spent to cast this spell, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. That is a great idea. And then for each green to cast this spell, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Also a great idea. This is a really cool card. So it is 2 mana for the removal spell. It's not going to kill everything, but it's going to kill a lot of stuff. But the bonus is that it's got the versatility. Nikachu can't read. I said fan, not tan. Oh! Fake. Oh, fake. Okay. Does that count? Does that count? Do we have... Is there any... Nikachu misinterprets a card? Thank God. It wasn't a card that I misinterpreted. I misinterpreted chat. Okay. Awesome card and design. Very good design space. I feel like we have some types of cards like this, but they're like modal in nature. Oh, you could do both! So we could pay a black. We could also pay a green. Shrink your thing, and then make my thing bigger. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we changed from can't read to misinterpret. Yeah, and it has to be a card. It's got to be a card, chat. I can't just misinterpret anything like I did right over there. Very specifically, it has to be a card. Okay, I like this a lot. Very nice. What's your next card? We got the Spirit Guide Temple. If it adds mana for any of the battlefield, that's been done before, actually. Okay, Lander is tapped. Tapped at a red or a green. Exile this card and another card from your hand to add one. Add a red or a green. Oh my god. Just add one. Is that fair? It's like, it's a halfway point between Gemstone Caverns and Simeon's Spirit Guide. And it's like for spirit decks too. Leon says, I noticed novice card designers have their card solve themselves. Sometimes. Sometimes it happens. I'm leaning to say that this card... The problem... So I would say this might be fine. Like, objectively, tossing a second card from your hand to get like this effect. It's probably too much. You're actually being charged accurately for the effect. On the other hand, free is still free. There might be some combo deck that says, okay, I'll just pay 2 cards instead. I don't care. 2-card Lotus Petal, aka Force of Lotus Petal, might be fine in some formats. You know what? I actually really like how you put it, Noise Marrow. This has to be fine. Because I want to say, it sounds way too expensive. 2 card. It's like Lotus Petal. When it enters the battlefield, discard a card. You do have to use the mana ability, though. You have to use the mana immediately. It's broken in a certain context, but can lead to high variance. I mean, I imagine red Stompy decks would use it. I don't know. You would lose a lot of... You're better off with just playing a Mana Dork. Tossing 2 cards away to put a creature in play, and then the creature dies would be really bad value. Yeah, I'm sort of in your camp, and Hailstone, it's like, it's probably fine. I'd lean not to design cards like this. But if Wizards had to make a fixed Spirit Guide card, this 100% would be it. 1,000,000%. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think it's got to be, like, super ultra fair. Next up, we got the damn draws. I happen to have also made, the Orb! We were talking about the Orb earlier. Hold on, is this the same card? No, you did make the Orb. Okay. So there's a card called, like, the Orb. Hold on, was that here? In the public thing? Is this your card? Balance not intended. This doesn't feel like your card. Is this you? Did you make this thing? The damn draws? No, it's completely unrelated. Oh, it's just random that you made a card called the Orb. Okay, hold on. Let's read them. Let's go back. Let's go back to the remember there was the Orb. 6 mana. Hold on, this is the Orb. This is the Orb. Oh, there's 2 orbs. Who came first? Who came first? I guess it's like a... I guess it's a series of orbs. Okay, 6 mana for us. Oh, no, we've seen this. We saw this one. We didn't see this one, though. Orb off. Now the mono black and Boros orbs have to fight for the death. Okay, for 4 mana, this is a legendary artifact creature orb. The Orb enters tapped. Ward. Tap and detain target non-land... detain target non-land permanents? You control equal to the to the orb's power. Okay. During each end phase, if the orb is untapped, tap and detain each non-legendary creature you don't control. Cumulative upkeep. The orb deals 1 damage to each tapped creature. Deals 1 damage to each tap. Isn't that... This has to be stuff to you control? Maybe I didn't I not read this right? Tap and detain target non-land perms you control. During each end phase, if the orb is untapped, tap and detain each non-legendary creature you don't control. But for cumulative upkeep, it snipes all your creatures. The internet is a series of... Oh man, I remember that. The internet is a series of tubes. You could put on your truck or some crap like that. Everyone remember that's a very old meme. Super old. Mercenary says sooner or later Wizards is gonna make that Exile Zone set that is not suspend based. Probably. We'll have two graveyards, two 2 exile zones. I don't know. This card is weird to me, so I'm just gonna say it's fine. It's hard to wrap my head around. This is the type of card, like, you can't really judge it until you see it in action. Like, how well does it detain permanents that you control? How well does it tap down non-legendary creatures you don't control? How strong or weak is it that it deals 1 damage to each tapped creature? You know what I mean? The internet is not a big truck. It's a series of tubes. Yeah. Man, that takes me back. Super, super back. Next up, we've got Majra. Majra is back, and back probably better than ever. Temporal Fast Forward. What brought you back? Temporal. Oh, wait a minute. Temporal, a card I'm thinking about adding into a deck I'm working on at the moment. I didn't find Fast. Oh, you have Fast Forward. Isn't it forward? Did you spell forward wrong, or am I wrong? One of us is wrong here. In my opinion. Okay, we have Temporal Fast Forward. Slightly different card size than many other cards. Okay, we have a 3-mana sorcery. Each player exiles each card from their hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player exiled this way. Cards exiled this way that don't have suspend gain suspend. So this is like a weird windfall or something. Forgot the R. Well, all I can say is I'm glad you didn't include the R when I was looking up for this thing. Beth Yaoi? I don't know who that is. Time travel means add or remove a time counter from any number of permanents or suspended cards you have with a time counter on. Thank you for reminding me, Bacon Catbug, because it does have time travel. So we are suspending cards, and we might make them... Oh! So each player exiles cards from their hand with time counters on it. Then we're all drawing new cards, but then I can reduce the time counters on my cards, increase the time counters on your cards. That is a great idea. So everyone draws new cards, but not everyone's going to get a beautiful new hand as quickly. Sorry. No one's going to get their old hand back as quickly as I'm going to get my hand. I like Bara dudes. What does Bara mean? I'm gonna look that up. Bara dudes. Images can vary. Oh, I see a lot of buff guys. A lot of buff. Big, burly, strong men. Hell yeah! Cast a handful of 1-drops and draw a bunch of cards. No. If I understand this correctly, each player exiles each card in their hand with a number of time counters on it. But then we draw cards equal to the greatest number of cards. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, we do empty our hand. Then we have nothing to suspend, and then we draw all the cards. Okay, yeah. But that also worked with what's it called, Windfall anyway, right? Was this is just Windfall the sequel. That's all. It's time travel. It's supposed to be That's a good quote. It's time travel. It's supposed to be confusing. It's not supposed to make any sense. Unless it's the movie Tenet. That actually made some sense to me. Not perfect sense, but it made enough sense. I really like that movie. I so desperately want a sequel of that, but it's never going to happen. Seems like Wizards doesn't like giving players a new hand at 3 mana value, though. They put wheels at higher mana value or red. I know. They do, don't they? It's a great card. It's like it's the new Windfall. Windfall time. Nikachu is learning anime terms. Yes. I'm not weeb enough. I'm not as worthy as the rest of you. Okay, we have the Dam draws with the what's this? Entity pay ruination? Is that how I'm reading this? Anti-typal. Anti-typal ruination. Sounds terrible. You're gonna kill my merfolk with this thing. For a black, it's a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Kicker of 3 mana. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Damn! We're gonna lose 2! We're already losing 2 creatures in 1 blow. It's awful. Next, we have... if the spell was kicked, however, each opponent sacrifices all creatures they control that don't share a subtype with the sacrifice creature that don't share a subtype. Oh, this is pretty neat, actually. This is a good card. So you have the option. It's a one-sided board wipe with a little effort attached to it. So for 4 mana and sacking one of your creatures, you save the rest of them, right? So you sack a zombie, you keep all your zombies, if that's how I'm interpreting this. If the spell was kicked, each opponent sacks all creatures they control that don't share a subtype with the sacrifice creature instead. Bingo! Nikachu misinterprets the card. You don't lose 2 cards. It says each opponent. It says each opponent, not player. It's an additional cost to cast this spell. Sack a creature. Each opponent. You got me. Yeah, you got me. That was legit. That was clean. That was a clean play. The damn draws. You got me. You got me big time. You got me on your card too. What else to be said about this card? I got nothing. This is just it honestly looks like a card that Wizards would print too. It's got a very, I got this vibe from it. It's a very, it's a very Magic the Gathering looking card, as weird as that sounds. You custom card people, you've got a style to you. Bryce says, all new wheels have you mat attached to them, giving people the choice to discard and draw. Huh? All new wheels have you mat attached to them, giving people the choice to discard and draw. I don't understand. Noise Marrow seems to understand, though. But getting back to the it's not entirely anti-typal, right? Because if you're playing a typal deck, well, you benefit, right? Isn't this how that works? If you're up against the other people, if you're up against another typal deck, they're screwed, completely screwed. Anti-typal ruination. And this can screw over a lot of decks that aren't typal. The spell is kicked. Each opponent sacrifices all creatures they control that don't share a subtype with the sacrifice creature instead. Feel like this is like a pro-typal card. Nikachu, you put the bingo on Nikachu improves a card, not me. I screwed that up. Okay, here we go. Ooh, 2-hour stream. I just have to do this fast. And you'll never get that freebie. Olga says, nowadays Wizards would let you sacrifice anything, not just a creature. That's right. Sacrifice a land, sacrifice a treasure. You don't need to sacrifice your creature. Okay, I think this is a cool card. Yeah, Nikachu misinterprets bingo. I'm misinterpreting everything. We've got actually Steve Cooper jumped in here. We gotta get to you, Steve Cooper. First 2 cards of ASDF movie. What does that stand for? Third one is just a reskin of a real card. Dono for chat. Thank you so much. Oh, Steve Cooper jumping in, getting in them animated cards. Everybody do the flop. It's like 3 mana instant. tap all creatures. It's basically a joke card. For 3 mana. Couldn't it be 2? Would 2 be too much? 3 is okay, I will say 3 is definitely fair. That's definitely fine. It's just a matter of like, what is too little? This card doesn't have a whole lot of substance. Like it's like 1/4 of Cryptic Command, but for 3 mana. I'm questioning the mana cost. Is this a really strong effect? Tap all creatures, including your own. And in Commander, like, If I'm tapping the player to my left's creatures, then I'm tapping down my creatures, then all the future players can attack me. ASDF movie is pretty old YouTube stuff. There's like 42 of them. ASDF. I have no idea who they are. Still, new wheels have you may attached to them. Oh, like if you want a wheel, you can choose, but choose not to. Noise Marrow says the best use of this attack, then tap everything before we get to blockers, so nothing can block. Oh, that is a great idea. Rose Kitty is like, oh man, I miss when Cryptic Command was playable. Yeah, those were the days. Those days, unfortunately, and they're not really coming back now, are they? Unfortunately. Can they? How good is Cryptic Command versus Boros Energy? I want to say not very good. It's a 2000s early YouTube series. This sounds like this looks like something that would have been put on Newgrounds. Way back in the day. Sleep is only one more mana than this. And wait, yeah, but doesn't even tap down your own creatures. Okay, maybe it's fine, yeah. Yeah, maybe this thing works out. Okay, 3 mana, tap all creatures. Okay, we got a second card. Did you eat my sandwich? We have a little bit of a story here. For 2 mana, so Joey, did you eat your sandwich? I am your sandwich, and they're getting eaten. Well, not that. Plot took a strange twist. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. This is this the reskin? This feels like a real card. Like a super... What's the third card? Identity theft? I stole your face. Nice hat, thanks. I was being sarcastic. Well, I stole your face. I like the story a little bit. Which one is the real... I can't tell which one's the reskin, which one's the card submitted. I guess this is the first 2, though. Superfield says 4 mana to only tap opponent's creatures is pretty standard. Bluster Squall and Cone of Cold. Yeah, but those cards aren't very good. The third was the reskin. Thanks for letting me know. The life gain is funny, but way too weak. We have this text on instance that also draw cards as a sorcery that destroys an opponent's creature as well. That's sort of what I was getting. Like, this could probably do other things. For sacrificing a creature, gaining life is like... I swear there's like a green card that you sack a creature, you gain its life, and you draw cards at the same time. And black could do that. Black could do better. But anyway, it's legal. It's a very doable card. Sack a creature, gain like 5 health. Magic as Garfield intended. Like the good old days. The super good old days. Gillum, you read a vile tomb. Uh-oh. Oh, I just didn't spell tomb right. Oh, I spelled tomb right. You read, or you read, a vile... I can't find this damn card. Was it published recently? There it is. Oh, you didn't give it a title. You gave it no title. That's the problem here, Gillum. You see that? You broke the rules. It's a good thing you're a regular. We have got, you read a vile tomb. You probably summoned a demon or something. I would be scared to read some old ancient scripture I found in a cave as well. Double black sorcery. Choose one. Go mad. Each player discards 2 cards. Otherwise, we could also learn from it. Learn, then create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. So 2 mana, go mad. Each player discards 2 cards. Not at random, though. The first ability is interesting. If you're a graveyard deck, you get to selectively put your own cards in the graveyard while also like just siphoning off your opponent's cards as well. This could be massive card advantage. Your opponent goes down 2 cards and you're basically up 2 cards because you might want the cards to go in the graveyard. I thought it was vile tome. Like, how can you drink a tome? Look, anything is possible in Magic the Gathering. Anything is possible. Don't let your mind, don't let your imagination be limited. We can shrink the tome into a liquid form, and then we're gonna drink it. They misspelled tome on the artist description. Where is it? I don't see any artist description. I see Wayne Reynolds. So I think the first ability is very fascinating for the right graveyard, like a graveyard reanimator deck. And also, what's interesting is that, yeah, if someone, I'm just imagining, let's say you're a graveyard reanimator deck. Your opponents usually are going to mulligan for graveyard hate. They might even go down to 5 in order to compete with you. Then you read a Vile Tomb or Tome or whatever. That would be just backbreaking for anyone who had to mulligan down to 5. Now, like, what do? Throw away your lands and your creatures, or you throw away the interaction you need for the graveyard. So you're basically screwed both ways. And you want cards in the graveyard. You don't care. Great. I think this is a great card. Wayne Reynolds is still around, and he does stuff for Pathfinder in addition to MTG. Oh yeah, those artists, they get around. They're doing everything for everybody these days. All right, Rose Kitty. Ooh woo! Golemar. Who the hell is Golemar? Golemar. The Prince of Crimes. Golemar, hold on. Prince. All right, well, here's another card with no name on it. Let's look for Golemar. Golemar. Where are you, Golemar? As long as you were printed not too long ago. I can't find Golemar. We mostly use art we commissioned, if that's okay. You can pull art. I am not a stickler for ruling. How do I put it? I'm not policing where you get your art from on this show. All right. I'm not going to be hardcore. Okay, where do I find this card? Hold on, maybe the first part was misspelled. I'm just gonna look up Prince of Crime. Prince of Crime. Is it? I don't think it's this. That's your card? I don't know. Rose Kitty, what can you do for me? Where's Rose Kitty's card? Rose Kitty! Are you here? I think you're here. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Rose Kitty, when you got your card, let me know. Yeah, it's not here. Not finding this thing. I'm coming up super empty here. I look up the Prince of Crime. This is actually the only Prince of Crime card, and it was submitted in 2024. That was 2 years ago. I don't think that's your card. Okay, so if you can resubmit it to the Discord, let me know, and we'll look it up. Okay, first, a Bacon Cat Bug. We have a dono to Pedgeman, which means that's also a bingo. Okay, so that's a bingo. We have a dono to somebody, which is like easily one of the easiest bingo slots to get. Whereas dono for chat. This was very specifically to Pedgeman, though. I guess we'll go with Ikai's Heavens Judge. Sure. You actually have a specific one. Gilles de Raz. Okay, I'll look up Gilles de Raz. That one looked pretty good, though. Gilles de Raz. Okay, let's see. We've got an animated one. Sweet. I like it. Okay, hold on. I gotta move it over so we can see it. Gilles de Raz. This is a 4-mana 2/4 Warlock Servant. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, create a 2/2 blue and black horror creature token with. Whenever it dies, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. I like that. Noble Phantasm. Whenever you control this creature, you may cast a transform copy of it by discarding a non-land card in addition to paying its other costs. While you control You may cast a transform copy. Oh, yes, that's right. By discarding an online card. And if you do that, we get Horror of the Deep. A 5-mana 6/6 horror with mutate. Oh, my God. How does this card work? Okay, we're bringing mutate back for some reason. If an ability of a horror you control would trigger, it triggers an additional time. Do we have any horrors here? So we have no horrors that trigger anything. And for a black, regenerate Horror of the Deep. Of the Deeps! Hold on, that's incorrect. You can't have Horror of the Deep at the top and Horror at the Deeps. Disqualified! It was so beautiful, disqualified. I'm just kidding. We can overlook that small typo. I think it's just the deep. I don't think there's deeps unless there horrors of the deeps, as if they go to many deeps. Made the depths of the seas. This is a horror, so wouldn't it go infinite? What do you mean by that? If an ability of a horror you control would trigger, it triggers an additional time. I guess it did. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, no, replacements can't go infinite. That's always a question I have. I don't know how this stuff interacts or anything like that. Okay, thanks so much, Rose Kitty. We'll get there. Both sides are like legit. So this backside not broken, front side also not broken, which is really important. The only thing I'm annoyed by is the subtitles occasionally. See, look at this. Command a demon. The subtitles sometimes occasionally get into the actual card text, which is a bit weird, but very, very doable. I like this first instant or sorcery spell you play. You get a 2/2. So like as you play your cantrips in your blue-black deck, or even removal, it's a pretty backbreaking ability. Cool stuff. Great job, Pedgeman. Okay, next we can go back to Rose Kitty. Rose Kitty Uwu. Where is this? Golemar, Prince of Crime. Why wasn't it showing? Golemar, Prince of Crime. Oh, you edited it to make it searchable. That's what happened. We got rules here. The rules are in the description. It's okay. Nikachu, do you make most of your cash from live streaming? No. Although after, I'm not supposed to. It might start moving that way. Great question, though. Okay, Golemar, Prince of Crime, is a 4-mana 1/2 human noble rogue. And I have to say, it looks quite dapper. Looks really, really dapper. With the ability, I get a share in all crimes. The first time an opponent commits a crime, each turn create a tapped treasure token. Not on my watch. So for 6 mana, tap counter target triggered or activated ability or counter target spell that committed a crime this turn. Oh, so you can counter anything that targets. Oh my god, it's so clunky. But I guess it needs to be for it to have this flexibility. Because it's like a stifle and a hard counter for anything that targets something. What if it was a triggered ability? Like, it was a cast trigger. Does that count? I guess not. You'd have to counter the activated or triggered ability. The first time an opponent commits a crime, each turn you get... Oh, and you get the treasure tokens can be used to pay for this counter ability. The Prince of Crime? It sounds like he's the police. Am I understanding this correctly? More of a police than anything. Pedgeman says, since it's a mutate, you can turn all other cards into horrors by placing the horror of the deep over them. That's right, and then they go deeper. They can go super, super deep. Did my chat get jammed? I need answers here, Rose Kitty Uwu. Rose Kitty Uwu! Seems like a policeman. So someone commits crime. They get paid these treasures by the government, the state, and then you're like, not on my watch. I'm going to make sure that no one's committing crime. Keep those criminals in check. Got to keep those criminals completely in check. I think my chat is stuck, which is getting annoying because that was happening like before I went on vacation, and then it got unstuck. Or maybe not. We've got Nova Mackenzie. If Golemar a Bollywood thing, that's all I can think of. Golemar. Looking on YouTube. Oh, this, yeah. Seems to be a Bollywood character. Oh, sorry. It's a 2010 Indian Telugu language action crime film directed by Puri Yaganad. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to butcher any of these directors' names. Anyway, that has... he is a prince of a crime family. So are we like... Are we just competing with another crime family or something? Is that the lore here? The people pay him for them to look the other way. Oh, but we're countering abilities. Like, people are committing crimes around here. If I understand that correctly. If anything, we are the ones who are supposed to be committing the crimes. We should be targeting things. We should be targeting things and do what we should be doing if someone and they are uncounterable. And if someone attempts to counter a card and it fails, then they get like a, I don't know, a treasure token because they got bribed. Anyway, I'm trying to make my own flavor sense of this thing. The card works though. The card works by itself. Golemar is a character in our fiction we are writing. All right, good luck with that. Good luck with it, Rose Kitty. Okay, now we got more freebies. We have 2 from Big Mike. Okay, is Anna in chat? Anna's usually here, usually early for the freebies. Okay, I'm going to be donating. There's a few people that I don't recognize in here. So we're going to donate... I don't think Benovsky got a card. We're going to donate one to Benovskers. Where's the link to the Discord? In the description. I don't think it's changed. If it has changed, someone let me know. There's like a... Yeah, it's the first step in my... join my Discord here. After the colon. Okay, we have Swift Spell Sword. Yeah, it's freebie time. Well, yeah, it's been freebie time for a little while. It's Swift Spell Sword. It's a 2-mana 1/1. It's a human. It's a wizard. It's a warrior. It's got markdown of 1. As you cast the spell, reveal up to 1 basic land card from your hand. If you do, reduce the spell's mana cost by 1 mana of any color that land could produce. Also has prowess and haste. This is a weird... So how does this ability work? Cast the spell, reveal up to 1 basic land card from your hand. If you do, reduce the spell's mana cost by 1 mana of any color that land could produce. So you're telling me is we have another like Monastery Swiftspear, because I can reveal a mountain. It's got to be a basic land though, which is interesting. You can reveal up to 1. Very cool idea. Also, it sounds like you have to be revealing basic lands, which is sort of a premium in the world these days. Don't the tap mana before you reveal. Okay, as you cast the spell. So how casting a card works is first you declare the spell or ability you want to cast, then you declare targets, and the very last thing you do is pay the cost. So it sounds like as you cast the spell, reveal up to 1 basic land card from your hand. I would imagine it's like a thing of like Magic would ask you, are you casting this card for 2 mana or markdown 1? And then you would say markdown 1, and then it would ask you pay your cost for your card, reveal a mountain, and then you get to have this creature as a 1/1. Cool card. Very, very cool. I don't know if I can't be certain that the way it's worded is perfect with the rules, but it's good enough for me. I know it's the idea here. But Big Mike donated 2 cards. Okay, we need a second card here. The second card would be... Who did not get card? Zinrog! Congratulations! Oh my god, it's 15 mana. Sorcery. The spell costs 7 less to cast for each player minus the cards in their hand. Is there like a bingo card? Is there something for 15 mana? Too much X. 10 plus mana. Look at that. Look, I'm helping you out, chat. I'm helping out chat as best I can. So each player draws 7 cards and has no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Oh, but it does cost 7 less for each player minus the cards in their hand. What? Huh? For each player minus the... Each player draws... Oh, basically, okay, if we all have a bunch of cards in our hand, can't I just play this on turn 1? I don't get it. You missed the anime card with Gills, not waifu, though. What do you mean I missed the card? You got your card. You got your animated cards. I showed both sides of the thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope, that would be 8 mana with the discounts. Okay, the spell costs... Oh, yeah. 7 less to cast for each player minus the cards in their hand. Oh, we're like minusing again. So if our hands are full, it costs 7 less, but then it costs plus... Then it's plus 7. The mana is still it's a confusing way of interpreting the cost reduction. Anyway, yeah, I can't brain this right now, even though there's especially that there is a big brain in the art. Okay, this is legal. Missed the bingo for... Oh, you want a bingo for anime? You're right. You are 1,000,000% right. We just put bingo anime. See, I didn't understand what you were talking about here. You have to tell me about bingo. I don't know when I look at your stuff, you guys' stuff. Okay, next up we've got... Oh, Surefire Selves wants to get in there. Why not? Why not? Vindicating Wumpus. Oh my god, you're gonna bring Wumpus back? The Vindicating Wumpus. He got sick of being a Beamtown Bullies card. Okay. Okay. 5 mana for an 8/8, Vigilance and Trample. When this creature enters, each other player may put a creature card from their hand onto the battlefield. For each player who does, you gain protection from that player until this creature leaves the battlefield. It had enough of being prey. Vigilance, Trample. When this creature enters, each other player may put a creature card from their hand and onto the battlefield. For each player who does, you gain protection from that player until this creature... I think this is amazing. Well, the thing is, it sounds risky. So the old Wumpus cards were just one-sided. Like, okay, the opponents can put like amazing stuff on the battlefield, but now anyone who puts a creature on the battlefield, you now have protection from that player. So you get all the good blocks. You cannot receive damage from them for as long as Vindicating Wumpus is on the battlefield. I think it's neat. I think it's... I mean, this is going to create, like, gigantic chaos. Especially since people can put, like, all their best stuff here. How would you get rid of the Vindicating Wumpus? Don't someone just play a creature that kills this? You have protection from that player. You can't be targeted. The only thing you can do is board wipe Vindicating Wumpus. You can edict Vindicating Wumpus if it's the only creature on the battlefield. What else? Like it can't be it's like True Name Nemesis. Vindicating Wumpus becomes a giant, juicy, fat True Name Nemesis, and you can't target a True Name Nemesis. So you're down to like board wipes, maybe edict. Edict doesn't work so well. So I think this is pretty cool. You know what's the weird thing though? What if everyone plays a Vindicating Wumpus? Then what happens? I play Vindicating Wumpus, you play Vindicating Wumpus. Or sorry, one person... Oh, you can't put this in play. Once a creature enters each other player... The problem is if you play Vindicating Wumpus and then everyone else puts a Vindicating Wumpus in play, it won't work. It won't work. You need to be the first Vindicating Wumpuser. Okay, very, very, very cool card, though. Very cool card. Our creatures can't interact when they have protection from us. Is that correct? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean. Look up true name Nemesis. Okay, we have one more super chat from Steve Cooper. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's look for another freebie person here. Who did not get freebie? It's always important. It's always good to like post things in the Discord. You never know. Yukiri! Congratulations, you get a super chat. Darkness Prevails. This is an 8-mana sorcery. All players search their libraries for a demon creature card and put it onto the battlefield, and it gains when this creature leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. If they don't, they create a 6/6 black flying demon with when this creature leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Well, I gotta reread this thing. Okay, so all players search their libraries for a demon creature card. Why would everyone have a demon? But whatever. When this creature leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. If they don't... Okay, so if I don't, they create I get a 6/6 black flying demon with... When this creature leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. But my demon is not so good. I think one of Nikachu's custom card days should be a custom card tier list. What? I guess in placement of, like, the bingo card, maybe. That could be done. That sounds so rude, though. You know what? That sounds actually way too rude. I would have to roast non-super chats, like the freebie section on the custom card Reddit. I'd be putting so many cards into like the D zone, the C zone, or E tier. Heights, could you remove it in response to the ETB trigger and still put your creature on the battlefield? They create a 6/6 with when this creature leaves the battlefield. No, there is no ET. So the problem is there's no ETB, right? Demon creature card. Oh, hold on. There is an ETB. All players search the library for a demon creature card and put it into the onto the battlefield. It gains when this creature leaves play. You lose the game. If they don't, they create a 6/6 with when this creature leaves the battlefield. You lose the game. There's no ETB here, as far as I understand. No ETB. No it just has that when it's on the battlefield. The creature gain, you lose text as the part of the spell's resolution. Yeah, not as an ETB. So a very cool card for a demon player. All right, that's it. Well, we didn't even go 2 hours today. It was possible. The very lonely bingo card. Very close to. We did this already. That sounds like a really hard, very, very hard card. Another TCG adaptation. I guess we didn't have any today. They didn't exist. All right, everyone. Enjoy the show while it's still 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for the rest of this week, but it will change by next week. Be prepared. Set your alarm clocks. It'll be good for the people who like to be part of the evening shows because we don't have so many of them. People had to be like up really early or they were screwed one way or another. You missed me. I'm back. We're back and we're better than ever. So as usual, also, thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show, especially on these custom card days. And thank you so much for your submissions, everyone. This show is nothing without all of you. People like Majra and Bacon, Catbug, Adaptus, Christopher B, Toilet Duck. Not even 2 hours. Well, people have to get back into the groove of me being back. Noise Marrow, Zazums, Bell, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.